First, we need something to use as a unit of measure, not a ruler, please. Just find a book or a pattern. I have chosen for my unit of measurement Judy Becker's Beyond Toes. This is a fantastic book. Highly recommend it. And if you don't know Judy Becker's Magic Cast-On, known as Judy's Magic Cast-On, you are missing the best thing invented in the last 50 years in the world of knitting. So I'm going to use the width of Judy's book to measure out 2 book lengths. I am holding it taut for accuracy. That's 1 book length. Notice I don't even know how many inches it is. It doesn't matter. And a second one. There we are. There's the second one. Now I'm going to make a slip knot right there. And then I'm going to measure again just to be sure it's still accurate. 1, 2. Aha, it is. Now we have 2 lengths in the tail. The ball yarn, of course, has lots more. It's important to be consistent with which one you use for the tail, because for most people they'll use more of the tail or more of the ball yarn depending on how they work. And you want to be accurate. So I'm going to put the tail on my index finger. Okay, so going to begin casting on. All I'm going to do is see how many I can cast on with 1 width of Judy's book. Notice, by the way, that as I'm casting on, see how I'm spacing stitches? That's because I don't want the link between the stitches to be too tight, which is the cause of tight long-tail cast-ons. Not everyone knows that. All you have to do is space the stitches, and the link is longer, and the actual stitch gets to stay the same size. Now I need to continue casting on until I have used up 1 Judy book length unit, which just happens to be the arbitrary unit I'm using. You could use a ruler, but why use a ruler if you could use Judy's book? Let's see if I am there yet. So I find the tail, see if, oh, look at that. Well, I've got an itsy bitsy bit. I'm going to not worry about the itsy bit because that means that I have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, thank you, Judy. And now we're going to count. We won't count the slip knot because that wasn't actually part of the unit. I go 3 and 2, that's 5. 3 and 2, that's 5. So I've got 10 that actually used up 1 unit or slightly less. The slip knot was made beyond the 2 units, so it doesn't count. So I get 10 stitches per Judy book unit. So let's say I'm casting on something that is going to take 280 stitches. Scary if you're doing a long tail, but if you use this method, I would take Judy's book and I would measure out for 280 divided by 10 is 28. I would get 28 of these, and then I'd add 2 more. Why 2 more? Well, because I wouldn't want to go crazy. 2 more because you need 1 to be actually holding and 1 more just for safety. You could always add 3 more if you're casting on really a lot, just to be sure. But 2 should really always be enough, and that way you are never wasting more than 2 Judy book lengths or whatever your unit of length is.